What's good, folks? It's KnightmareFrame here with a new Warframe related video. Yeah, saved, absolutely saved. So I'm just making this video as a aftermath. Hold up, this is kind of hurting my neck. Okay, aftermath of what happened with the glyph situation. This is going to be a positive video. All right, guys. I'm sorry for those who are looking for drama or everything or anything like that. It's a positive video. All right, so you guys coming in there with your pitchforks and torches, stop. Sit down over there. Yes. It's just right there. And put it down. Yeah. Perfect. Awesome. Anyway, so this video is just going to be a little bit of yapping and also going over some things and also reacting to someone who reacted to this whole situation. A bigger content creator. This whole situation did actually go so far as to reach a member of my family who I haven't spoken to in a long time. She was in support, of course. She thought the whole thing was kind of stupid. I talked about it on stream. But anyway, moving on. Yeah, this whole thing made it that far. It's kind of crazy. First things first, I would like to thank everyone who was very supportive of the whole situation. If you came into chat while I was streaming and you voiced your support and I wasn't the best, at responding with the situation, I'm just not comfortable with that kind of thing, so I do apologize. But then again, thank you again so much, right? All you guys, even some people who've never even watched my content, it came in, they're like, yeah, what the hell, this is a weird situation. And then there were some people who were like, hey, I hate you. I don't like your content. I don't like anything about you. But yeah, I can agree this situation is kind of weird. But yeah, support to you, man. But I still don't like you, just remember that. I'm like, okay, I guess. Thank you. But yeah, the video, let's go over to my comment section here. This is how I see you guys, by the way. And you can see over here, I was going through some of the comments. See, we're still getting comments on this video. It's crazy. There's like discussions about this. And the most recent one was, of course, 2 hours. Hold up, let's refresh. Okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, it's gone crazy how this topic has gotten this far, and it even reached people who don't even play Warframe. That's the weird part, right? Just because of a freaking video game character, it's crazy. So if we have a look at the video itself, yes, I do like my own videos. Shut up. So that is crazy. A lot of likes, right? And if we go over here, that is 6,000 comments. I tried to read all of that, but that's 6,000 comments, my guy. Holy crap. But I did read like 40% of them. There's a bunch of, positives. There's a bunch of negatives. And then there are people in the between who just hate each other. And then there are people who are like, why? Right? It's that kind of video. It's gotten that far, and it's gotten... See, like, for example, don't like KnightmareFrame, honestly, but this is bullshit. Would have been worse if his account got deleted too. That would have been kind of weird as well over a video game character. But yeah, and you know what's funny? This has nothing to do with real people. That's my whole thing. Like, I'm like, guys, why are we taking this so far? It's just a video game character. Let's be honest. Your average person is not gonna log into a game and then have this, just shoved in his face. Just imagine how they're feeling. They're bringing out their controller. They're sitting there. That's the reaction. That's kind of how I felt when I read the comment. I was like, "Oh, brother," and that's why I responded that way. We all know Temple's true pronouns are rock and roll. Hell yeah, brother! Look at these. Everybody's just going in. There are people who just hate my guts. That they were happy to see this happen. Right? Let haters hate. It's all good. We got some comments in Russian here. How did it get this far? It's just a video game character. Can't make this shit up, bro. You're right. You cannot. This comment is true AF. You can't make this shit up. It's insane how KnightmareFrame is taking this better than his comment section. Yeah, that is true. So let's do a little bit of history. My glyph was in the game because I was part of the partner program. Long gone. That's just something really old, right? That got discontinued. They kicked everybody out, all the problem children, like Rotalius, all that. They didn't want to deal with that, so they just, purged everyone, and they created a new thing called the creator program. The creator program is something completely different, and it was something that DE had more control over, a lot more control over, because this time nobody got to apply. DE would pick and choose whoever they want. But because I was in the partner program long before, my glyph was still in the game. I was just like, hey, that's cool, it's still in the game. People can get to use it. And that was pretty much it, right? The glyph was still in the game. And I did get some messages from a few friends. They were like, I feel sorry. Like, I was like, it's all good. It's all good, guys. Deleting nearly all new comments every few hours keeps this man from producing new videos. Here's the thing, if you didn't know, on YouTube, right? So if you spam messages or spam comments, by the way, YouTube will look at that as, you know, as some bot responses. So if you go over in the community, all right, there's a section called Held for Comments. Now, let's see how bad these are. Let's go to Held. So we're in the Held section here. You can see a lot of the comments here are to do with this thing, and these have been held. So you guys think I'm deleting your comments? I'm not, right? These are all like blocked words. So I'm gonna let YouTube do its thing, all right? So just so you know that. If you spam too much or you write too much, gets blocked. I haven't touched this comment section at all. This comment section is dude, 6,000 comments. You think I'm gonna go through 6,000 comments? Ah, bro, y'all crazy. So during this video, I did bring up a certain individual, Mr. Asmongold himself. There are people who did not like that. They were like, hey, I was actually in support of you, but then you brought up this Asmongold guy. I hate that guy. How dare you bring him up? And then because of that, I hate you and I don't agree with anything you say. Make it make sense, my guy. Make it make sense. El Bozo shouldn't have been transphobic. I'm not. It has nothing to do with real people. I'm not gonna pull this one. Guys, I'm sorry if the shoe fits sometimes, you know. Most of the people who were upset about me, guys, I'm not making this up, but again, if the shoe fits, most of the people who were upset about me all had furry profile pictures. I'm not saying anything, but if the shoe fits, you know what I'm saying. Oh my god, it's just crazy. They all had these like furry pictures, these Pokemon profile pictures. It's crazy how it is. But anyway, so then Asmongold reacted to the whole situation again after I uploaded this glyph situation video. People came to my chat like, yo, he's reacting to your thing again. I'm like, oh man, I didn't even want it to go that far, right? So I was just busy playing some Path of Exile 2. That Path of Exile 2 situation is also kind of, yeah. We play Last Epoch now. Anyway, I was just like overwhelmed at that point. I didn't want to like think about it. I'm like, bro, I want to play my video game. But I got the whole segment from his stream, so we're going to watch it right now and react to it. All right, here we go. We're going to turn up the volume, 80%, 70%. Yeah, let's put it at 80%, right? Let's read. The veteran Warframe creator got his glyph removed from the game by the company for saying he doesn't care about the pronouns of a character, also citing Asmon's reaction to his initial video. I mean, the title was a bit inflammatory. I don't know. I don't know if the title feels a bit inflammatory, but in a way, it kind of does seem so. But let's see here. KnightmareFrame got his glyph removed from the game, effective immediately and irreversible, because he doesn't care that the latest character is a they them, and only expressed that it's a video game character. It's not a real person. It's not a real person. He is disrespecting in public or something. Okay. This guy has been almost exclusive Warframe creator since the beginning, and I mean, if you're saying Warframe content creator on YouTube, yeah, sure. Since the beginning, and they went.
Warframe creator got his glyph removed.
They went full petty with no second thoughts after more than a decade of being a staple in the community. More than a decade, my guy. Okay, so I started playing Warframe in 2016. Okay, let's count that. I only started making content way after that. I got invited to the game by my friend, who also invited me to play Guild Wars 2, best MMO ever. If you haven't played it, go play it, the best MMO ever. It's the best MMO. The only one you should be playing until Riot actually finally releases their MMO. We'll see. During that time, I was still an exclusive Aeon content creator. Yes, I used to play Aeon For those who are wondering, what is Aeon? It's an MMO. Don't play it. Just don't play it. It's horrible. TLDR, it's a Korean MMO. Yes. So I played that game from 2009. NA servers, Israfel. And then until 2017. And patch 3.0, I moved to the EU servers, and patch 4 point something is when I started making Aeon content with the Ethertech class, which was a mech class, and that's why I call myself KnightmareFrame, inspired by Code Geass. A little lore there, if you wanted to know. It's not because I make Warframe content I call myself KnightmareFrame. No, it's Code Geass. I did, played the mech class in Aeon. That's okay. Anyway, I only started making Warframe content around 2018? Around 2018. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That is almost a decade. It's been that long. Holy fuck. That's why I have gray hair. And I'm an old man. That's why I can't keep up with all these youngins nowadays. Anyway, let's continue watching.
From the game by the company for saying that he doesn't care about the pronouns of a character, and also citing Asmon's reaction to his initial video. What is this?
What's good, folks? It's KnightmareFrame here with a new, peculiar Warframe video. We're doing the green screen, so you guys know what's behind the green screen, guys, nowadays. And no, for someone who's saying, is that lotion in the back? That's not lotion. That's just, it's for my treadmill, all right? It's for my treadmill video. And yes, it is true. My glyph has been removed from the game. The chat was actually crazy because there was a few people like, hey, I know that guy. I'm like, yeah, oh my God. Some people know me, hey. But and again, yeah, the chat was kind of crazy and very supportive of the whole situation as well. But you can see right there, no glyph in game, and I'm not banned. I made this video while I was in game, and people still thought I was banned. My guy, I was in game showing you that no glyph was there. Redditors have won. Mm-hmm. For those coming in from other places who are unfamiliar with the situation, who don't spend their time on Reddit, I called this Warframe a he instead of a they.
Yeah.
And when someone tried to correct me, I said, who cares? Or who/cares? Because at the end of the day, it's a video game character. And of course, Reddit got upset, and here we are. That's just to catch you up on the situation.
There you go.
There was a small reaction by the great Rat King, Asmongold himself. It was very small. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. His reaction, oh, dude. All not worthy enough to make a video about, but he did talk about it a little bit. And his dad even got involved with the conversation.
It's very obvious that a lot of average people are tired of hearing about neo-pronouns. Like, in my opinion, like, first, because like you first start with shit that's like true.
Yeah, this guy, whoever posted, look at this, man. Like, just because of this freaking comment, it was first on the like a Warframe subreddit, and then boom, this guy posts this, getting hate from Warframe Reddit because he called David Bowie inspired. Is Bowie or whatever? Inspired character a he instead of a they. Yes, this comment, like, I was just like, again, furry animal. Just saying. Again, if the shoe fits.
Being gay, not being gay. I think people understand that, true. Right? That's fine.
True.
And then being trans, like, well, a lot of people can at least put up with it, right? They might not necessarily see it the way that you see it, but they put up with it. That's fine. But then you have people saying that, like, they're inventing new pronouns for themselves, saying that they're not a gender, etc.
I'm right.
This is a bridge too far for an average person.
So true.
I'm trans. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
I'm a construct. Yeah, and so that's really the issue here, right?
Absolutely.
I think that a lot of people draw the line.
I just realized something. I'm reacting to myself being reacted by someone else, while he's reacting to someone else reacting to. But yeah, but let's go on.
This is like a big thing. And the reason why it's such a big thing, let me explain the reason why people care so much about these pronouns. It's because they have to say them. Whenever you tell somebody that they have to say something, you're compelling their speech.
So
anyway, I'm here making this. I had to cut it short. It got to the point where his dad called, and then his dad was also, adding more. And his dad was also adding more to the whole conversation. It's kind of funny. Video to acknowledge.
They draw the line. They do.
Yes, it is true. My glyph has been removed from the game. It's DE's game. It's their decision. They have the right to do whatever they want.
That is
true. I was
true.
not part of the creator program. My glyph was just in there from the old school partner program.
So basically, this guy said he didn't give a shit about pronouns, and then the creators of the
I didn't give a shit about the characters in the game because it's stupid. Why do we need, why do we need that? Here, I'll give you a prime example of how this was done perfectly. Let's have a look at one of my all-time favorite games, Cyberpunk. All right? That game does have some quote-unquote woke stuff, right? Like they have gay characters, they have trans characters, right? But the thing is, it wasn't just like, hey, this is my whole identity. You should care about that. That's I was like, okay, chill out. And that's when it's like it gets weird, right? One of the first things that you do, right, is go to the afterlife and you meet Claire. Claire is a bartender, and she's also pretty hot. But what you don't know, spoilers, is that she used to be a dude. And you don't even know that, right? In the beginning, she's just some random bartender until she calls you up for a gig, which is like, a little side mission. And then you get to do this like racing thing, and then you get to know her a bit more. You get to know her past, her story and everything, how she got to where she was. And that's when you found out she used to be a dude. She got the whole surgery and everything. It's in the future, so the surgery, everything looks really good. The physics are great as well. Anyway, like that character was there. And then you have Carrie, right? Carrie's a bro. He's a homie. I love Carrie, right? And then you have Judy. We don't like Judy, right? Right? It's not because she's gay. No, Judy's just Pan Am, best waifu, guys. You guys agree, right? Pan Am, right? Even if we play a female V, we put on the mod to romance Pan Am as a female because Pan Am unfortunately doesn't like Pum, so you gotta do the thing. But that game did it so well, right? And have so many playthroughs in Cyberpunk. So if you do it in a way like that, and it's not like part of the main, it's not like their identity, then that's how you do it, guys.
The game took out a reference to him in the game.
Yes.
Yeah. I think this is another really good example of kind of what I was saying before about how, like, these people are their own worst enemy. And what happens is that when you do this to a person, you radicalize that person against you. And I think that's what's going to happen as a result of.
I'm not like hating on DE or anything like that. It was just like it happened. Right? I'm not gonna get angry at them. The only thing that I'm upset when it comes to DE is like, please fix the damn bugs. That's all. That's all. DE, what they need right now is a Giga Balance team. Right? Their art team is pumping off. Right? The aesthetics, the music, Warframe. It's just like, all of that is on point. The balancing, that's what they need. Fix whatever you have right now, because when you're making a game, just like any other thing, when you're building something, if the foundation is unstable, you're going to have some collapse on the top, right? So right now, rework all the old stuff so then the new stuff and the old stuff can coexist in a way. Because now there's no point doing any of the old stuff because once you're done, you're gone. You're done. Because new players coming into the game, what they're doing is they're rushing all the old content to get to the new stuff. It's almost like a Korean MMO at this point. What they need to do is make it so that the content in Warframe is good for new players, your current player base, and the old guys. One of the games that does this well is, again, Guild Wars 2. Every old section in Guild Wars 2, right? The starting zone still matters. Right now, I bet there's some of you who are kind of watching this still farming Silver Wastes. You can just do that. There's just so much to do, so much to grind. It's a rich game. Rework all that stuff. I know how this is about a glyph situation video, and now we're talking about Warframe balancing. Sorry, I digress.
This is what happened with people like Nick Merrick's, etc. Is that these people are just, they don't really want to be involved with it. They don't necessarily hate it or anything, but they just don't really give a shit about it. They don't want to hear about it. And when that's not good enough for some people, and it's not enough for you to not care, you have to actively support them, well, then you're going to push people against you because nobody wants to be forced into doing anything. That's just the reason.
That was discontinued. So even if they did randomly remove my glyph here and there, it wouldn't make a difference. So It's fine. I came to find out randomly myself. I was just playing some Borderlands. Someone was saying, your glyph is not working in game. Is there an expiry date? So I'm like, why is that a thing? I went to check.
Yeah.
My glyph wasn't working. So I'm like, okay. I see what's happening. I go look at my email, and what do you know? Yes, I did get an email, and their decision was final.
Yeah.
Now, this part
Are they
right
gonna
here
show
is
the
for my
email?
community. Please.
Okay. Oh, give me a second. We got it right here. Zoom in. You can see this is the Warframe glyph program. Hi, KnightmareFrame. We're contacting you today regarding reports we have received concerning your conduct. After a thorough review of the situation and the evidence provided in the reports, we have come to the decision to resign your glyph privileges. The main factor behind this decision is your comments regarding the Warframe temple, as well as similar behavior in the past. What is this similar behavior? I didn't bother to ask. I was just like, whatever. It's late, right? But yeah, again, regarding temple, there you go. A Warframe in game, just so you know. There it is. We do not condone this sort of behavior from anyone within the Warframe community, especially not those who we support through our glyph program. As a result of this decision, your glyph has been removed in today's hotfix. Any valid Warframe code for your glyph has been void. So all those guys who are just about to redeem the glyph code, well, yeah, this is what happened. The decision is final, and we appreciate your understanding of the matter. Yeah, I understand. It's all good. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Please, please, please. Do not attack anyone for this. Do not spam DE or go after anyone.
A few days after this, there were some people coming to me saying, "Bro, you're on TikTok now. People are hacking the game and renaming temple to he/him." Like, guys, don't do that, right? Just leave it alone. It's the whole situation is cringe as it is. Just leave it alone. Don't make it more cringe. All right, come on.
Start crazy random Reddit threads.
Yeah.
Let it be.
Exactly.
All right. I appreciate the concern. I really do. Wholeheartedly. Just be level-headed individuals about this.
True.
At the end of the day, it's a video game.
Yes.
Okay? Don't attack anyone for anything that happened in the video game.
Well, yeah.
DE did what they did. I'm not upset, but I'm grown enough to accept it and move on. So again, just let it go. Do not attack anyone for this. It's just a little picture in the game, like right there.
Yeah, it's not.
So now, what is my stance on this matter? Well, I said what I said, and I stand by what I said. It's a video game character that's clearly a man. Enforcing your worldview.
See? That's exactly what I said.
What is that pause?
The moment that you force this shit on people, you turn them against you. And all they've done here
I'm not against anyone. Just.
is they've taken somebody else and they've pushed them against them. And now this is one more person that doesn't like you, that doesn't like what you stand for, and that will eventually probably vote for something that will be negative towards you.
Damn.
This is the way.
It's not that deep, right? It's not that deep. It's not that deep. Maybe other people who would end up in this situation would react like that. But for me, I was just like, it was my whole face, my whole reaction was just like, that happened, and I moved on.
It happens is that somebody expresses a lack of or like a lack of support or like a slight discomfort. People overreact to that slight discomfort, and then it radicalizes the person to the other side. And then you get stuff like this.
A video game character that's clearly a man. Enforcing your worldviews onto mine over a video game character is just something I'm not going to accept.
It's weird.
And there's no need for an apology, as there's nothing to be sorry about. It's fine. You can
there were some people who were like, you should apologize. For what, dude? For what? Hate me. And if this is the reason why you hate me, I don't need to change your mind, nor how you
Yeah.
feel. Because
You can't.
You've already made up your mind.
Yeah.
That's how people are. As long as we can respect each other as human beings and let the world move on, it's all good.
It's all good.
This is a game.
I don't know why I did like
I
that.
play it to do dumb and funny builds.
Yes.
Not to dictate how I perceive the world. It's an escape, as all games should be. And I hope you understand that.
Yeah.
Or at least try to understand that. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
I was about to go to bed and I made this video.
It's like 1 a.m. right now. So this is all that came to my head.
Well, there it is. That's the video. And I'll link you guys the video. I think this guy definitely deserves a lot of support. I think this is ridiculous, honestly. The Warframe developers should be ashamed of themselves for...
I mean, they did what they had to do, right? Sometimes some people have to do this to maintain an image, I guess. It is what it is.
doing this. It's pathetic that you're going to ban somebody, KnightmareFrame.
I'm not banned. I'm not banned. Still in the game.
And
Ayo! We got the Rat King. I'm sorry. To sub, let's go. That's already.
And that you're going to ban somebody and take out their in-game references because they're not accepting enough of like this worldview that is. This is I think it's beyond an 80-20. This is even farther. Probably like a 90-10% on people's viewpoints, right? The vast majority, not banned. Oh, I didn't mean banned as in banned from the game.
Okay,
I meant that his item was removed. That's my fault. I should have spoken differently. Yeah, his item, like removing a person's item because they don't, put forward.
Guys, it's just a little picture. You see that little part over there? That's where the glyph goes. I mean, some other people can place the glyph in their like orbiter, their home base. They can have it as a big thing. That's about it. That's all you do with the glyph. That's pretty much it. So don't worry about it. It's just a little picture. It's fine. All good.
And like use the pronouns of a character correctly. It's pathetic, it's weird, and I think that really, I mean, you do whatever you want, right? They're a private company, they're going to do whatever they want.
Exactly.
But it's definitely weird to see this happen, and I think that things like this will be overall destructive, because what I think an average person sees when they watch a video like this is they see a well-reasoned, rational, normal, average guy that's getting a ton of vitriolic hate, and
I didn't put a thumbnail for the video. It just when you upload a YouTube video, right, without a thumbnail, right, it just picks up a random segment in the video and it picked this one. So stupid.
And is getting their item removed from the game because of some viewpoint that the majority of people have. And I think when people see that, it does make them against that group. And it's just a video game. It is just a video game, but you could use that logic for if it's just a video game, then why did they attack him and try to get his stuff removed and then get so angry about him?
This is the new world, right? Oh, I don't like what you stand for. How dare you? I'll do everything in my power to. Well, let's be honest. They don't care. This situation happened, and we all moved on. But there's some people who just can't stand it. Yeah, there are people who are upset I did not react a different way. They were expecting me to crash out or something like that. I'm like, why? It's like, why didn't you get angry? Why didn't you quit the game? What? I'm like, why don't you chill the fuck out, buddy? Relax. All right.
Gendering a character. So if it's just a video game, then why is misgendering the video game character so important? You can't make an argument to triviality and then realize that it can't be reflected on yourself. Yeah, like, what are you talking about? I mean, I wonder which one is worse. And so anyway, that's why pixels don't have a gender. Yeah, it's a fictional character. And yeah.
Rule 34 artists don't care about genders. Just think about that. I'm not going to say any, I'm not going to go any further.
Don't get discouraged. I guess I'm done playing as a person. As long as we respect each other. Yeah, they don't respect Yeah, disinfect an entire group of people over a course of days. By the way,
Huh? After he goes out of his way to disrespect an entire community of people over the course of days.
people are not like, I do not think that society is ever really going to accept the idea of a third non-binary gender. I don't think that you're going to get Western society to accept this. As much as you think that it can be real and you think that this is the way it should be,
Bro, remember when it was just simpler times?
I just don't think that people are going to buy into it. I'm sorry. And it's just, yeah, because it doesn't exist. It doesn't matter whether you think it does or not. I'm just saying it's not going to be accepted by people. That's it. And video games are a large entertainment market by a long shot. Of course, they're going to do this. Yeah. And yeah, it's not biologically correct. Well, it's more than it's not biologically correct. It's that as long as you respect it, that's where you're wrong.
Boo, you sunk. Thanks, man.
You don't realize by misgendering a video game character on purpose, you're disrespecting a whole community. No, I think that you're also... See, somebody says something like this, and they don't realize that you're disrespecting their intelligence by telling them that they have to acknowledge something that they don't believe is real. So, for example, like... You could use this exact same argumentation and logic with like religion, for example, is that you have to acknowledge that our God exists, and if you don't acknowledge that it exists, then you're disrespecting our entire community.
See, if you put it that, yeah, okay, I see that. I see that. I was born and raised a Muslim. And my parents are not religious. Like, they're not super religious, right? They do like things. They fast and Ramadan and all that, right? But it's not like, hey, you have to do this, you gotta wear this, you know. The one thing that they brought me up with is respect other people. Treat people how you want to be treated, right? Simple as that, right? Like, respect someone else. I live in a Western country. We walk around every day, right? We don't talk about our religion or anything like that until it, you know, becomes part of our thing. See, I'm not a religious person myself. I don't really go out of my way to, you know, do all that stuff. I just live a regular friggin' day, right? Get up, do my things, you know, and be on my way. There are people in my family who are extra religious, and then they're actually went out of their way to tell my parents that what they're doing was wrong, that the children that they're raising, right, they're gonna grow up to be drug dealers, sluts. Yes, this was a thing aimed at my sister. I was about to like let hell loose on this family member, all right? My mom said, calm down, they just don't understand, which is true. Some people just don't understand, and they're not gonna, and they don't want to understand at all, because that's their world. You live in your own world. As long as you realize that's how they think, they're never going to understand how you think until they immerse themselves. But at the end of the day, they're still going to have their beliefs. You're not going to change any of that. So then, nowadays, when I visit some of my family members, or when I interact with some of the family members, right, I do it in the most neutral way possible. Say hello, blah, 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 and just move on, right? I don't try to, like, instigate anything. And if they say anything about my appearance, whatever, I accept it and just walk away. For those who don't know, I am a metalhead, right? So when I was younger, I used to wear all these. Okay, it was a cringe time of my life. All right, boys, we don't talk about that, right? I used to have, you know, I used to gel up my hair all spiky like that, right? Wear all these weird shit all over, and still have all these black t-shirts, ripped jeans, blah blah, you know, belts and studs. You know, I was very forth with how I want people to see me. And there were some family members, right, from my dad's side. It's mostly on my dad's side. They're a bit too religious. Are you gonna do something about your son? Whatever he's doing, whatever, it's very gay. You shouldn't be doing that. My own grandmother from my dad's side was like, look, was saying things like your son is gay. He's wearing all these things, blah blah. He shouldn't be doing that. So my dad's like, okay, when she's around, just don't wear your things around. I was like, when I was like 16, right? I was like, that's stupid. I'm like, fine, I'll you know, I respected my folks enough to do that. But of course, when I went to school or whatever, I just wore whatever. It is what it is. That's just an example of how the world is. Sometimes times can change, but people will not. And as long as you accept some of those people, right? Cultures are going to be different. You're going to have opposing views everywhere. Not everybody's going to see the same things as you do. I have traveled different places. I've accepted different cultures. So I grew up with a lot of Filipinos and some Jamaicans, mostly Filipinos, right? Yo, shout out Tita Becky. Anyway, with all that culture mixing, it was a nice eye opener. So I was able to grow up in a way where I was able to see things in different lights and know that this is how people act in this part of the world. This is how people act in this part of the world. That's it.
And whenever respect to you requires other people's behavior, that's no longer really respect. Now you are making them act in a way that you want.
Exactly. Just respect.
And so that's really the difference. Your analogy, yeah, no, and it's just that simple. I don't understand why it doesn't happen more. But yeah, that's I don't worship the pronoun god. Yeah, and I think that's the way a lot of people see it, is that they look at this in the same way that I think a lot of, and this is the reason why, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, is that, have you guys noticed that a lot of the people that used to be like very much like, you know, like well-known like atheist people and more like outspoken, you know, euphoric Redditors, now they're focusing a lot more on like woke ideology and being negative towards that? Have you guys noticed that there's been like clearly a shift in like the last like 8 years or 7 years or 5 years of that?
I don't do Reddit, so.
The reason why is because the argumentation.
You know what? We've been drinking a lot of Monster. I should also consume some BBC. A big black container of water.
And the line of thinking is the same. That's the reason why. It's basically, we are asserting a worldview, and
I can guarantee 90% of these commenters have never touched the game, are just grifting because woke is bad. Can do whatever they want. It's their game. They can police it however they want. You fucked around. You found out. Thank God I was never subbed to you. Damn. First of all, part of this is true. Yes. So over here, grifting. 90% of these people, no, they're not grifting. You're going to have people who definitely play the game and do see things and feel certain ways. And then you have people who've never played the game who are against everything I stand for. So again, it's not 90%. You have to really you can tell. Sometimes you can tell in the comment section. But then again, you have to realize this is part of the community and has reached people outside of the community. It wasn't really a fucked around and found out type of thing. And thank God you're not subbed to me. It's good.
You not conforming to this worldview and acknowledging its existence is an attack on us, and that justifies us to attack you back. That's fundamentally what it is. Who said anything about thinking? Well, I mean, these people are, right? And it's a belief system replacement? Yes, it is a belief system replacement. No, this I totally, by the way, I totally support this guy. I think them removing his thing is fucking ridiculous. And the developers, if like, it's ridiculous for them to do this. It's ridiculous for them to give in to these people on the internet. Yeah, the whole thing is just a joke. And so, yeah, if your belief or identity requires an external confirmation to accept it, then it's just insecurity. Exactly. There's plenty of people who are religious that don't require everybody else to, proclaim that their God is real. And not worshiping around their walk-on equals bigotry. Exactly. And what these people are realizing,
but it is what it is.
And I think this is what's happening, is that there are way more of us than there are of them. And you can see this very clearly with the like and dislike ratio of the video, where, like, yes, obviously some people are negative, but they are the...
It's crazy how it is now. We scroll up. The like and dislike ratio, like, look at that, 6K. Almost 1K dislikes, but...
vast minority. And the fact is that these issues are 80-20 or, 90-10 issues. And most people don't want to be told what to do or what to think. I'm sorry, but it didn't show any emails. Why should I believe that it's real?
I showed the email now, okay? Yeah,
Well, because the item isn't in the game anymore. You're right that he didn't show the email, but the item was removed from the game, so it would...
Guys, I showed the email. I showed it now. I know I didn't show it. Dude, it was 1 a.m., all right? All right, I didn't want to dig stuff up and do like extra editing, and it's just fine.
Imply that they did do this for that reason.
it's over and done with. So this is the aftermath of the whole situation. It has gone slightly over the top for, you know, I don't know if it's slightly, but you know, it is what it is. Wow. But yeah, for all those who were in support, thank you again. Thank you. But then again, but going over what I said earlier, for all those who were in support, thank you. Appreciate that. And for the whole and all those other people who hate everything I do and say, it's all good. You know, I accept you. You exist. Right? I don't have to agree with you. You don't have to agree with me. It's all good. You know, people are different. It's all that matters. Anyway, folks, that has been it from this video. I do hope you enjoyed and, you know, learned something or gets to see something. Anyway, yeah, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.